Um, there's always so much about aliens, UFOs that's, not real. But from all these ancient mysteries that have been looked at, from alien skulls and alien hieroglyphics in Egypt before Jesus, and religions, and the universe is very strange. Something must have really happened so long ago, something really bizarre. Now, like I said, I know there's a lot of baloney with the aliens and UFOs, but, and, the religions, the stories, it's just ridiculous, absurd with giants, Nephilim, and all kinds of stories, God's sons and sons. Um, all the mysteries of the universe, all the religions are false and gods are false because there's so much out there that's real, that's unexplained, without gods. But I think, what did these people knew in ancient times that they, and we're talking about long time ago, ancient times, you know, these people had was drawing hieroglyphics of alien crafts and aliens. Now I'm talking about the real alien stuff, not the fake alien stuff. You know, we know about the crop circles was fake and the Nazca lines, but we're talking about these hieroglyphics that are there, and as strange as the universe is, and stuff we don't know. Not only that, if you type in ancient mysteries in Google, you'll find so many bizarre mysteries, from knowledge of time travel in ancient times. And I'm not saying all is real, but you really have to think about this because the universe is very strange, right? So I'm thinking something must have happened long ago. Maybe aliens at one time did come to Earth, And then maybe we'll find out more about that. And how many species are there? And there's I don't know if this is real. Um, so I want to stay with the realness and facts. Because some of the stuff you find from Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, it's not real. But you can look it up yourself. There's like alien skulls in Mexico when they did excavations, excavation. There's a lot of mysteries out there. Um, and I'm talking about the real mysteries, the true mysteries, not the fake mysteries. From knowledge of time travel from ancient times, from hieroglyphics, alien drawings in Egypt, from spears in your hand, from material unknown, from material that um, um, was predicted and not even known by science then. There's a lot of strange ancient mysteries out there. Now, I disregard all the religions as fake because there's so many gods out there, so many religions, and when you read it, it just doesn't make any sense. God has sons, but where did God come from? These are just fairy tales. I'm talking about the real stuff. That's why gods can't exist. It's just doesn't make any sense. There's too many gods and too many religions and too many superstitions and too many fairy tales. I don't think Nephilim. I don't believe in giants lived among us. But of course, aliens is always going to be more possible because so much we don't know about the universes and different planets, different galaxies. More than likely, it's a different species, so that aliens will always be more plausible, make more sense. Um, and it really makes you wonder what the hell happened so long ago? From a formation of our system, the Big Bang. What happened? What triggered that Big Bang? And to me, it points to things of course, the unknown and aliens. Even Stephen Hawking said aliens is out there, and but if they would visit us, it would be, like going to when Christopher Columbus landed, that it turned out it wasn't peaceful. But there's just so much mysteries out there, and I'm talking about the real mysteries, not, the mysteries that are debunked or fake, Nazca lines, crop circles, that was made by humans. I'm talking about the real mysteries, with the real facts, like the Ripley Believe It or Not stuff, the shrunken heads. These are real stuff. Not the Bigfoots, not the Loch Ness monster. And people, of course, can disregard as aliens is fiction. But even though we haven't seen them, and hieroglyphics of aliens and UFO craft back then, even helicopters, which were not even possible back then, makes you really wonder. Aliens will always be more plausible. I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible. There's just so much mysteries out there, But the funny thing is, if aliens did come at Earth at one time, why aren't they mentioned in any of the holy books? And when they're mentioned, just mentioned briefly. Because if these beings came at one time in an ancient, times, that would either shock everybody, and they would be writing a lot more about it. And it's barely mentioned in the holy books. Or maybe, like it's, you could say like the aliens and Jesus is, it's like Jesus. The people say, well, all those people, there should have been more witnesses. Only the witnesses were his followers. And that discredits Jesus, and all that stuff with Jesus is false. But if the aliens came, I would think there would be a lot of stuff in ancient times written about it. So there's only brief stuff, with the hieroglyphics. But I think it might have been possible they did come into Earth at one time. One time, at least. Maybe they just went back to their planets and they figured there was nothing on Earth. Because remember, if aliens have UFO craft, they can just go to any planet. They have technology and weaponry and means we cannot even imagine or understand. So the universe has so much mysteries out there. You can Google. There's so much mysteries, from spheres, from knowledge of ancient time travel, from knowledge of ancient, in the hieroglyphics, they have hieroglyphs of helicopters. Helicopters weren't even possible back then. There's so much strangeness. And of course, if we could time travel, maybe we can go back in Roman times, see if there ever was a Jesus, see if there ever, maybe go back to the Big Bang, and and then we could bring Jesus back and ask him for miracles. But actually, if time travel is possible, that means